Hi, how's it going? I'm the new guy, Rob Daniels for TorontoJobs.ca. Sure hope you had a great weekend. Checking in to let you know what is happening in the jobs market for the week of January the 25th. So we'll get right to it here. If you're thinking of leaving Toronto, let's say perhaps in terms of work, well, you're not alone. According to Statistics Canada, more than 50,000 people have left Toronto for other parts of Ontario, from July 2019 to July 2020. High living costs and few opportunities make the conditions ripe for an exodus. Now, here are 5 best cities to move to within 250 kilometers or so of Toronto. And they are Oshawa. Oshawa is close enough to Toronto to be on the GO train line to Union Station. Guelph, University Town, with a benchmark house price of $679,300. There's also Brantford, home to Alexander Graham Bell and Wayne Gretzky. His hometown as an affordable lifestyle to people telecommuting from the GTA with a benchmark house price at $517,000. Now, there's London, Ontario, known for its medical and insurance industries. Manufacturing and agricultural benchmark house prices are at $487,000. If you're thinking of Kingston, that's always an option, about 260 kilometers east of Toronto on Highway 401. This former Canadian capital is one of the most affordable cities in Ontario with the benchmark house price at $504,712. We're going to talk about 7 of the hardest interview questions ever asked, okay? Some organizations have taken it too far, to be honest, asking impossibly difficult questions to see how someone can handle pressure. LinkedIn compiled a list of hard interview questions based on the Quora thread, what is the toughest question ever asked in any interview? Well, there are infinite black and white dots on a plane. Prove the distance between one black dot and one white dot is 1 unit. Can you tell me the 15 errors in the code you just created? How can you drop 2 eggs the fewest amount of times without them breaking? Look at these questions. I mean, wow. What has changed in the room since you walked in? So they really like to challenge you if you get what I'm saying here. Then there's number 5. Prove to me that you're honest in 1 minute. That's very difficult to do. Very difficult. Especially if you have an interview on a Monday morning. Imagine that. My goodness. And you haven't had your coffee yet? How about number 6? How many stairs did you come across in this building while you were on your way to this interview? I mean, why does that even matter if you think about it? And then number 7, when do things move faster, day or night? We also have finding a job as a newcomer. Okay, we'll talk about that for a moment here. You connect with employment centers, okay? These government-funded hubs can help you with an array of concerns you may be having, like writing your cover letter and resume, interviewing tips, and of course, helping you find employment. You can organize your required documents, ensure you have your important documents ready for employers to verify. For example, your identification, visa, social insurance number, passport, payroll, or banking information. And be prepared to take courses. Education and work experience in another country in certain industries or fields may not translate the exact same way in Canada when finding your first job. So you may have to take something like an equivalency course. You can get your education evaluated by organizations like World Education Services. There's always volunteering. That's always a great option. Volunteering is a great way to make new connections and get that work experience you need. And tweaking your resume, okay? Information on your current cover letter and resume may not be required here in Canada. For example, including things like your age, religion, marital status, etc., are not included when applying. And you want to avoid anything that can be constructed as discriminator and remove that. Network with others who have immigrated, okay? Connect with other people who have immigrated to Canada, especially if they immigrated from the same country as you. And you can tap into the hidden job market as well. These are jobs that are not advertised and are built through referrals and recommendations. So for example, if you're currently volunteering at an organization, right, you could ask someone if they know of any job openings within the organization. What matters most to women when choosing a new job? You ever thought about that before? What do you think matters the most to women when choosing a new job? Well, I'll tell you, good work-life balance. That is the number one thing at 61%. Excellent compensation and benefits at 57%. Inspiring colleagues and culture, 45%. Flexible work arrangements at 39%. Open and effective management, 36%. Also at 36%, job security. Challenging work at 35%. A company with a purposeful vision at 25%. Tied at 24% are influence over own tasks and priorities, as well as convenient commute to work and comprehensive and ongoing training. Inclusive for people of diverse backgrounds was scored at 20%, a role that meaningfully impacts the company, 19%, and at 16% opportunity for rapid advancement, and lastly at 12% industry-leading company with high caliber talent. All right, so there is that. I also want you to be aware of online job scams on the rise during the pandemic year, so 2020 and 2021 as we are in this first month of 2021. Fraud prevention expert says this, okay? According to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, there were 2,100 job-related scam complaints across the country by the end of November 2020, compared to 1,764 in all of 2019. So beware of that, okay? And many job scams are becoming more complex and could appear more realistic as many Canadians continue to work from home due to the pandemic, said Jeff Thompson, senior RCMP intelligence analyst at the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. Now, can you spot a fake job posting? Is this possible? Well, here are 8 tips to help you determine if the job you're thinking about applying to is a scam. Look for obvious red flags like spelling errors, email addresses that don't make sense, or phone numbers that don't add up. Do a quick Google search on the company name. You could also try calling the company to inquire about the position. You can check to see if the job board you are searching on allows for companies to post jobs for free. TorontoJobs.ca, for example, requires businesses and organizations to sign into its account in order to post openings. You can also call the job board and question them on the authenticity of its job postings. Number 4, be wary of job postings that offer an exuberant amount of money for little or no work. Working at home, etc. And number 5, be aware of how a job is being offered to you. Watch out for those that request for your banking information very early in the interview process. Number 6, don't pay for training up front. A lot of companies will invest in their employees to increase their skills by putting them through training courses. Number 7, look out for terms that are not Canadian in nature. Is the word organization spelled with an S? Do you see terms like 401k or W-9? Number 8, be aware of people who are overly nice and then turn on you quickly if you don't agree to their terms. You see, recruiters are hiring managers, and businesses and organizations are very friendly and professional, but scammers tend to be a little overboard. Want more career tips and advice? You can always check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel, Toronto Jobs CA. We're going to talk a little bit now about the Top Employers 2021, published by the Globe and Mail. Canada's top 100 employers rewards and recognizes the creme de la creme of Canadian companies. Now, in no particular order, here are 8 companies that made the list: Bell Canada, FreshBooks, 3M Canada Company, Kellogg Canada Incorporated, Mandela's International, Procter & Gamble, Shopify Incorporated, and the University of Toronto. So congratulations there to all the winners. So that's gonna just about do it here for this Facebook Live here for TorontoJobs.ca and what's happening in the job market for the week of January the 25th. My name is Rob Daniels from TorontoJobs.ca. So thank you so much for joining me here on week number 1, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week. All the best in your job search. We'll talk soon.